Welcome along, everybody, to my watch along for the 2025 Formula 1 Dutch Grand Prix. It is practice 3 time, the final practice session before we get on into qualifying later today. Now, if it's your first time here, welcome in. This is how it works. You got my face here, you got the live timings here, you got the session timer down the bottom left that you can sync on up with, and you got lovely Twitch chat that you can type in. So if you're watching right now over on TikTok or on YouTube, come join us on Twitch. We're live every single Grand Prix weekend for every single session. So come join us. We'll be live in between sessions today, watching a bunch of different videos, doing our F1 fantasy and all that jazz. And we've got F1 Academy to watch later, which is honestly my favorite series to watch in the F1 world at the moment. So be sure to come and watch the first race for that later on. Yeah, now, if it's your first time here, I cannot show the broadcast live as it is obviously copyright, but there are links that you can go to in chat to find, there are places you can find, F1 stream to watch, and yeah, sync on up with us and watching it together and having a good time. Anyway, session's about to begin. Talking points from yesterday's practice. Well, we've got Aston Martin looking good, specifically Alonso. They're generally probably not only best of the rest, but the second best team at the moment. Can Mercedes and Ferrari turn around their shitness? Can Max get in the mix? Yeah, I can't wait for qualifying later on today because I think there's going to be some huge names out in Q1 and Q2. But yeah, it looks like McLaren favorites by far. If they aren't 1-2 later on today, they suck. Plain and simple. They suck. Phoebe, thank you so much for the follow. And thank you so much for the 5-month resub with tier 1. Hello, 5 great months. Thoughts with 5K fine for Oscar. Love the content. Crush it. Appreciate it so much, and really do. Thank you for coming in with the tier 1. Yumini, thank you for the follow. Wait, Piastri got a 5K fine? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I don't like getting penalized for saying that happens in practice, but what he did was obviously a little bit ministry. Karen, Georgina, Labis, Volts, H, Brock, and everyone else who followed on TikTok. Thank you guys for the follows. All right, what have I missed in chat? Well, I was yapping. I like to save messages just before I get on into a session because then I can read them. Is everything starting early? Wasn't it scheduled for 1 hour later? No, I think that's just normally, for some reason, Netherlands do 1 hour earlier than other European races, I'm fairly sure. It's weird. Yo, we got a hype train going. Thank you, guys. And it's ended. Thank you for the hype train, though. Fuck yeah, my king. Sammy is a legend. Yeah, honestly, he's so fucking good. I lolled when I saw they uploaded this vid. Yeah, it's a good vid, though. It's a good vid. Let me get the timer up for you guys. 58, 50. People are camping in the dunes right now. All right, thumbs up. Sync on up. Why does my hair look so fucking frizzy today? What is happening? Like, what are you doing up there? What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna check the timings. We're a little bit ahead, so let me slow that down real quick. All right, we're all synced up and ready to go. What else am I missing, chat? They're so overpriced, I can't lie. When I went to the Singapore Grand Prix, no, never buy merch on F1 Grand Prix. They overprice it because you feel more inclined to be like, oh, I'm at F1 and I'm at F1. Let me buy a merch. Buy merch. Buy it before you go. 100%. He ordered it pre-wrinkle. Where are the wrinkles, bro? Where are the wrinkles, bro? What's that though? What the fuck was that? It has to be both. Zandvoort is a tricky trap to come back to after break. Yeah, true. Lewis perfected his spin. Yeah, he's done it twice. Got away with it twice. Bro, he's washed. He needs to retire. No, he's not washed. He's just struggling in that Ferrari, man. He knows he's not going to get fired. Stroll just somehow has never improved from rookie. Shows good glimpses, but still makes stupid mistakes. Yeah, honestly, it's just inconsistent. There's no cure for wanker syndrome. Fuck, the mechanics must hate Stroll so much after watching his post interviews as well. Yeah, no, exactly. No apologies to the team or anything like that. Is there a way to watch on Twitch with a delay? Unfortunately not, but I do go live on YouTube. So YouTube, if you want to delay the stream, rewind, pause, you do have the option to hop on the YouTube stream where you can do that. Europe. Shortbread, thanks so much for the follow. Told you didn't go live at 9 a.m. I know. My sleep's been bad lately. I need to lock in. What else I missed? Alonso with the second best car beat Oscar. I'm just saying, you reckon he's gonna beat Oscar today? What's up, Bostwan? One with the stream, dude. Wrinkles are there though. Where? Where are the wrinkles? You talk about the natural folds of my fucking arm. I'm not a Minecraft character. My clothes are gonna fold. Shout out Monty, Dan, in the background of this shot right now. It must be so awkward being on camera and you just know you're on camera. I got some pretty cheap Red Bull stuff in a Castor outlet recently. Oh, nice. What's up, Shannon? You're talking about Max being washed. Oh. What happened in yesterday? Well, in yesterday's practice, we had Antonelli retire straight away. We had Stroll have a big crash. I wouldn't say huge, but big crash. Max retired after the session ended. It was kind of weird. We had a mechanical failure for Hadja. Yeah, that was it, right? And that was it. And then obviously, Piastri's got a 5K fine for blocking, or for having a little incident with Russell in the pit lane. Wait, so the track's kind of damp and they're not coming out? What does very green mean? Does that mean very bad? Why is very green sounds very good? He's on inters. Yeah, so it must have rained this morning. What was the weather like in F1 Academy then? Always like that. People say it will rain coming into the weekend. It just doesn't. Yeah. Wait, was he on the wrong tire? Green, fresh, no grip, rubber washed away. Right. What's who's this? Antonelli. What's he coming out on? Okay, Antonelli's coming out in the mediums. Don't crash, bro. Don't crash. Dun, 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 dun. Wet it first and dry it up. Is that a new Red Bull can? I think this was last year's winter edition. Yeah, last year's winter edition. Now it's called the ice edition. Oh yeah, you can see it's kind of damp. It was mixed, right? Wait, who got pole in the end? Actually, let me have a look at the F1 Academy results real quick. F1 Academy. Results. Zandvoort. Qualifying results. Verg P1. Yeah, Verg P1. Pamelski P2. Lloyd P3. Chambers 4. Pan 5. Block 6. Hausman 7. Wait, Gatterman P8. I thought she was fit not to race. Kosterman P9. Feldmar P10. Ferreira P11. Chong 12. Crone 13. Larson 14. Habrida 15. Chiconti P16. And Nobles P17. Yeah, pretty standard, I guess, for F1 Academy for the most part. Oh, it's gonna be a weird quality session, I reckon. Lex. Who said it is that? That's... Why are we hearing this radio over and over again? What the fuck's happening? Is my shit bugged? Okay, they fixed it. Yeah, on F1 TV, it was just fucking Hedges engineer saying the same thing over and over again. Okay, all is good. You can get out of the car. Who's P1 so far? Hedges P1, but he's the only one who's done a lap. Oh no, no one's done a lap yet. You can watch F1 Academy. Did they do highlights for qualifying for F1 Academy? That's good. Anna, thank you for the follow. And GG Pick and Mosquito, thank you guys for following. Is this free practice? It is. Practice is live right now. Exhilarating session ahead. Yeah, I don't get it, man. You're just wasting time. I know the track isn't great, but if you don't go on track, the track's not gonna get better. And today he needs this time, so I'm glad he's gone out. At the same time, you want to be careful, especially before qualifying later today. Sup, Hogzilla? I'm the stream, Deb. Yeah, you gotta be so careful of the damp patch on this track. Inter's Championship, yeah, create a series style. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, more people are coming out now. We're good, we're good. What's up, type? Cam, thank you for following. Where can you watch this for free? I mean, you can't really watch it for free anywhere unless you want to do it illegally. Feels like it's been forever since the last race. Yeah, where we had the summer break. We're back now. What's wrong with what is up with my hair today, bro? No Zimba. Name of the develop. No, don't tell me Antonio's made a mistake. Or we just zooming in because we've got nothing else to show. Who do we think is going to be P3? We obviously know the McLaren's going to be 1-2 unless they bumhole in quali. For like, make a mistake. Who do we think is P3? Do we think it's Max? Do we think it's George? Or do we think it's Alonso? Honestly, right now, I think it's Alonso, man. Right now, I think it's Alonso. Yeah, it's Max, Alonso, George. Yeah, it'll probably end up being George. What about Monza? We haven't had Monza yet. Monza's next week. Double header. Zandvoort, Monza. It's so weird that like, literally nothing's happening right now. Since it's the Dutch GP, it should be Max, but Alonso is quick. Yeah, I hope it's Max for his, home Grand Prix sake. If Max can somehow pull a pole out his ass, oh my god. I think before practice started, I was like, maybe, but no. This is a high downforce track, right? That's probably a stupid question. It's just weird because there's so many like high speed corners, but at the same time, yeah, no, this is gonna be a high downforce. Oh, what am I thinking? So yeah, very similar to probably to Hungary in the sense of like Aston Martin were really good there, so they should be good here. Red Bull weren't good there, so they won't be good there. Here. Stroll out on track. No, Stroll's not out on track. Is this car repaired? Should be, right? There's more high speed corners in Hungary. Yeah, exactly. So Aston could be Aston Monza next week then. Maybe. I mean, when was the last time we were at like a high speed track? Like high speed. Is Spa high speed? Is Spa high speed? I guess it is. No Spa, isn't. Alright, if you ignore Spa, then Miami, Saudi were the last two. Get in the car, idiots. I'm sick of waiting. Austria, Alonso scored P7 to be fair. Yeah, I guess that is kind of like yeah, Austria's a bit of a high-speed track. The 3 DRS zones. When they got a can Colapinto. I mean, he's not done bad enough to warrant canning him, but yeah. It's still crazy how Doohan wasn't doing that bad. They swapped him out and put basically an equally as poo driver in. But at the same time, would you rather poo driver or a poo driver who brings in money and fans? Aston Martin dominance won't bore fans. It's so funny though. Like 2 years ago, everyone was like, "Oh, just anyone else but Max win, please." Oh, and now it's, "Oh, does anyone else but the McLarens win, please?" It doesn't matter who's winning. People are always going to be bored. Like they can't just appreciate what's happening in front of them on the races. And don't get me wrong, I would obviously love a world in Formula One where we've got 4 teams and 8 drivers battling it out for a championship, obviously, but you gotta enjoy what you've got in front of you, which is, at least we've got a championship fight between Lando and Oscar. That graph is so depressing. Look how dominant McLaren are. Boring season. Who agrees? You must not be watching the same season as us then. Oh my lord. This season's been really good considering the dominance from McLaren, in my opinion. A lot of good moments. A lot to talk about. I think Formula 1's done a really good job where even where some of the races were a bit you're still enjoying the sport as a whole. Where's qualifying? Qualifying is in 3 hours from now. It's crazy to complain about McLaren dominance already when they haven't even won a World Drivers' Championship. Yeah. Do you think McLaren can score 1k points in the constructors? How many are they on right now? 586. I mean, if they keep up their form of finishing like 1-2 basically like they've been doing for the last 10 races, and yeah. Well, how many points is there left for them to get? Like maximum points is there left for them to get? And how far away are they from getting? How many do they need to get to a K? I guess is the question. Steph Haranek, name of the bullet. Low-key thought you were Liam Lawson for a second. These comments won't stop, but thank you. Stroll out yet? Nope, Stroll's not out. What's happening, bro? You just gotta come out, guys. What we do between FP3 and quality, we got F1 fantasy to do, F1 predict to do, and then we've got some videos to watch qualifying from previous years, and as well as some other vids. F1 2025 rivalries: Oscar Piastri versus Lando Norris, Liam Lawson versus Mexican fans, Charles Leclerc versus Ferrari, Oliver Behrman versus Red Flag, rookie versus wet races. What do you mean by Liam versus Mexican fans? That was so 2024, man. Excuse me. So David the Vollo. Why are the drivers going on inters? Because the track's very slightly damp. It's such a poo session right now. Come on. Ramp it up. Dun, 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 dun. We still have like 2 sprints in Qatar and Brazil, to be honest, so more point. I think we got 3 sprints left, don't we? Fairly sure we got 3 sprints left. I'm fairly sure Coda's a sprint as well. Yeah, and Coda. Yeah, Brazil and Coda back to back, and then Qatar. Wait, it's no way it's a triple sprint. Wait, I've just realized we've got a triple sprint. 3 sprint weekends in a row. Who the fuck did that? Who didn't spread the sprints out? Why don't we have a sprint in Italy or Netherlands or something? Spread it out, fam. Wait, so Brazil is before Mexico this year? No. It goes Mexico, Brazil. At Mexico, Coda, Brazil. Crazy fact, the 2023 Dutch Grand Prix had record-breaking 186 on-track overtake. Yeah, because that craziness with the wet. This isn't a sprint to sprint to sprint. It isn't a sprint to sprint. It is. And then she goes. Oh, what the fuck? My thing was bugged out. Oh, okay, yeah. My shit was bugged out for some reason. It was showing, yeah, okay, that makes more sense. I was like, how have I never noticed that? Yeah. Coda, sprint, and then Mexico, then Brazil sprint, then Vegas, and then Qatar sprint. Yeah. I don't know why. It was just literally showing the 3 sprints in a row on my fucking screen just then. It was so weird. Wait, so how did Nina, how was Nina allowed to race? I swear she was deemed not fit to compete this weekend. Or was that just yesterday? Yeah, that she says Nina Gutterman unfit for F1 Academy Dutch GP round. Breaking: Nina Gutterman is declared unfit for the Dutch GP weekend. The specific reason has not been revealed. Yet she literally qualified today in P8. Oh, what? Dun, 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 dun. We need more European sprints like Silverstone. Yeah, that'd be good. I'd love a sprint. Honestly, hot take. This might just be the content creator and me talking. Sprint every weekend. More, give us more action. Give us more to talk about. Austria, Silverstone would be great sprints. Didn't we have Austria? No, we don't have Austria this year. Thoughts on the sprints next year? Yeah, it's okay. I think we go back to Silverstone. I think we've got Netherlands. I can't remember what it is now. Someone type the sprints for next year out in chat, and then I'll let you know. Who goes to pole? It's got to be between Lando and Oscar. I'm going to go Lando because of his dominance here last year. Reverse track sprint. That would be sick. If Vegas was a sprint instead of Coda, then it would be 3 sprints in a row, right? Wouldn't mind an increase in sprints, but not every weekend. Monaco sprint would be worse than watching paint dry. No, that'd be good. Imagine we have 2 qualifyings at Monaco. That'd be sick. You need to have 1 qualifying session and flipped order for every week's sprint. They replaced Austria sprint with Spa sprint. Yeah, Spa was poo this year for... I actually can't remember. Dude, I don't know, man. I'm lost in the sauce. Was Spa even a good race? I can't remember anything about this season. I remember moments, but I used to be really good at being like, that race was good and that race was bad, and like, but now I just can't remember shit. Oh, Stroll's out in chat. Out in chat. Stroll's out in chat. Stroll's out on track now. So his car's good. And here's Alonso now sitting at purple. Spa was Merbo sprints and main. Yes, I thought I remembered. Swish. Stop spamming chat, bro. Every time you come in the stream, I say what's up, and then you spam the chat asking for a shout out. I've already said hello. What more do you want? Stroll again with the center possession. Alonso got to cook on those tires. Where'd he go up to? He went up to P1. Only 1/10 ahead of Antonelli on mediums, though. But it was his first lap, to be fair. So I was trying to delay the race because of the rain. Oh, that... Yeah, now I remember. Dude, I can't remember shit. Like, I remember Australia. I remember China. Remember Japan. Don't remember Saudi. Oh, Saudi. I remember Saudi now. Don't remember Miami. Don't remember Hungary. Don't remember Spa. Don't remember Austria. I remember Silverstone, obviously. I remember Canada. What am I missing? Bahrain. Don't remember Bahrain. Oh, I do remember Bahrain. I can't remember the races that can't be good. Yeah, but I feel like I can remember moments. Like Australia, I remember chaos. China, I remember like Lando bottling the sprint and like Lando and Oscar just running away in the sprint in the main race. Japan, max dominance, or not dominance, max masterclass. Saudi, max pole, and then the Oscar and Max kind of battle. Bahrain, I remember Piastri dominating and Lando fucking around. Miami, don't remember shit. Canada, obviously, George won and the McLarens came together. Silverstone was Silverstone. Look, you don't even need to say anything. Imola, oh my god, don't remember shit from Imola. Oh, Max got pole in 1? Yeah, Max got pole in 1, right? Yeah, Spa, don't remember anything. That was like 2 weeks ago. Hungary. Lando versus Oscar, I remember now. Oh yeah, Max got P2 and qualifying over 2 on the first lap. Yeah. Oh, Max purple center button. Come on, give us something. Please, 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 please. And PS just got 2 tenths up. Yeah, Trash just gonna keep getting better and better and better and better and better. You thought I was Pierre Gasly. What blush do you use? I have blush? Do I? I think that's just sunburn, my dude. Carla Lee. Name of the volley. Oh, Max just going on the grass? Oh. Is Max actually cooking? Max might be cooking, guys. No. The fuck happened in sector 3? It was on mediums, to be fair. But medium delta should be like 5/10, I think. Close between Piastri and Norris right now, but Piastri was on a better track. I still think Lando looks like the better driver coming into quali. And Stroll needs to build up that confidence again after crashing yesterday. China, Miami, Canada, Silverstone, Dutch, Singapore, all the sprint races for next year. Okay, China, it's kind of a mid-track in Formula 1 at the moment, so I don't mind doing a sprint there, and the sprint wasn't too bad this last year, so I don't mind it. Who's this? Never heard of this guy in my life, soz. Guido van der Gaard. Never heard of him in my life. Am I not a real F1 fan if I don't know who this guy is? Who's his equivalent? Who's his equivalent? Like, 19 races? I feel like 19 races in Formula 1 back then were like, you're an F1 driver. Well done, dude. Whereas now it's like Mazepin, Latifi. Well, Latifi had a long time in the sport, but like Mazepin, Sargent. It's like, no, you're a bum. Yeah, he is a little bit like Rosberg. He's like a B-Tech Rosberg. What the fuck? Clients love ruining the fun. Yeah, again, I feel like if you take the top team out of, or the top team out of every single championship in the last like fucking 8 years, championship is so good. Well, other than 2021, of course. Excuse me. Okay, back to the sprints. China, I think it's okay for a sprint. Miami, to be honest, I don't mind Miami as a sprint because that track is so poo. I feel like you need something to like spice it up a little bit. I don't mind Miami. Canada, I don't think Canada needs a sprint. It's already a good track, but I don't think the track's good enough to warrant having 4 sessions that are good there, in my opinion. Silverstone, I actually love a sprint there because, again, even though Silverstone's already good, we don't need a sprint. Having extra sessions to watch a Silverstone is elite. Netherlands, again, boring track. Don't mind throwing a sprint here to mix it up. And Singapore's a really weird one. Street circuit sprint. Have we had a sprint at a street circuit before? I don't think we have. Maybe Baku? Has Baku had a sprint before? Kimmy and George same time? Wait, really? Damn. Will I keep the same team as last weekend? Yeah, we're gonna have to do fantasy after this. My favorite part of the weekend. Best World Championship fight since 2021. You're saying this is the best World Championship fight? Yeah. I mean, the start of 2022 was great because it was Max and Charles, but then that fell off so quick. Thanks, Ferrari. How's it going? HFIJ on the street. I love when the skid block makes the sparks because it looks like the car's farting. It looks like the car's farting, you reckon? Charles, this grid doesn't have any of the Latifi Mazepin level bums. No. I'd even say like Colapinto, who's the worst driver on the grid at the moment, is better than Mazepin and Latifi. Like, you know, from a driving standpoint, he's clearly more talented. In my opinion, I think he's more talented. He just needs to tidy up his mistakes and build that confidence back up. Like he showed at Williams what he can do. And in terms of like marketing and stuff like that, he's way more interesting than Latifi and Mazepin, for example. Yeah, this grid's so good. Like I feel like all 20 drivers have something about them that is good, and they're all worthy of being on the grid. Like there's no one there's no one 100% like coming last all the time. You could argue Stroll is probably the driver who's like, why are you going out in Q1? Why are you going out in Q1? Why are you going out in Q1? But even he has his moments sometimes. H for Jag. Thank you for the follow. Miami is street. Yeah, true. Actually, Miami is a street race, isn't it? Yeah. Max Purple Sector in 2023. Yeah, boring. Max Purple Sector in 2025. Yeah, let's go. Give us something. Yeah, honestly. 7 tenths on medium isn't that bad. 4 to 5 tenths due to the compound. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. I want to see Max on the softs now. Damn, Hadja. Only 4 tenths, 5 tenths off. That's good. He's Giovinazzi equivalent. I was thinking Giovinazzi equivalent, but Giovinazzi did 3 seasons of F1, so. Let's pray for a Lando mechanical error. No. No. We don't want a Lando mechanical error. We don't want a Piastri mechanical error because then we don't get a fight. Spa was clearly boring because Lando could not catch Oscar because he made too many mistakes. Oh, yeah, that's what happened at Spa. Yeah. Can't wait for next year where if Bottas is ahead of Perez or vice versa, people will use it to claim how Max Lewis fought the other for the World Driver Championship with a slower car. Yeah, true. True. Wow. Insane lap from Max. 4/10 off on the mediums. I mean, maybe the track's ramping up, but interesting. Okay. Is that a good sign for what could come later today? I mean, coming to this weekend, I was like, Max Pole, guys, I feel it. But then as soon as FP1 started, I was like, nope, that's not happening. Back was a sprint weekend in 2023. Ah, there you go. Forgot about that. Wasn't it raining before? Yeah, it was raining this morning, so it was a little bit damp at the start of the session. All right, Ferrari. Can we make Q2, lads? Can we make Q2? He comes across the line. Woo! Okay. Now, McLaren not try. Are McLaren not trying on the softs, or are the mediums and hards just cooking right now? Because how's Behrman just gone P4 on the hards? What's happening? Everyone must be using weird ass fuel right now. Laura Mueller. Forgot Stoffel Van Dorn exists. We got Beaver. What's Beaver? Beaver Head Leck. Beaver Head Leck ice cream, guys. Is this another one where no one can run soft for a full hot lap but McLaren? Maybe. Both in our Ferrari reserve drivers can see Zhou also going the WEC route in the future. Oh wait, Giovinazzi and Zhou were similar. They were unspectacular and didn't do much of note. They were never close to being among the best drivers in the grid and never close to being the Tiffy/Mazepin levels of bad. And they brought the car home without crashing. Yeah. Exactly. And they were both boring. No, Zhou wasn't too bad. Zhou did his fashion stuff and, like, you know what I mean? Like, embraced the Chinese market. B-Tech Nico Rosberg is back. Alright, where's Piastri gotta go now? Bro, this guy's literally Nico Rosberg. It's scary. What the fuck? And Piastri goes up to the top by 2/10. Still, the mediums are actually looking decent. What's up, Shane? How's life on the other side of the planet? Sun's out today, which is sad because I'm inside all day. I hope you're doing well, Shane. What are you thinking about Yuki sit at Red Bull? Will he lose it? Fan interviews. Why is he touching him like that? What do you think your top 3 is for qualified today? I don't think it's Max. I think Piastri P1, Lando P2, Max P3. That made no sense, bro. Freezing here. Some towns had snow today. Really? Whereabouts exactly are you in Australia? Track maybe improve it. Yeah, true. What do you think about Yuki's seat? I think I wouldn't be surprised if Yuki's just gone at the end of this year. They realize, like, look, we don't need you anymore. They promote Hadja. They put Arvid in the second seat. Or Laurent Mekies just takes a new approach and is just like, fuck it. We're going to keep this exact same lineup. Let Liam develop. Let Hadja develop. Let Yuki have more chance in the Red Bull. And then they could always do a mid-season swap with Hadja and Yuki next year if they want. Silent Drift, thank you for the follow, dude. Anyone know about what happened with the Piastri and Merc in pit stop incident? Yeah, Piastri got a 5k fine. Or McLaren got a 5k fine, I should say. Outside of the big 2-5. I would shit myself. Oh my god. I'd shit myself too if Nico Rosberg was talking to me. I'm in Lithgow, close to Bathurst, but Orange and Oberon had snow. Interesting. I need to know, are VCarb just extremely unlucky, or are their team always just sending them out right behind cars? Because it's always Hadra and Liam complaining. Sebastian, thank you for the follow, dude. If I were Yuki, I'd beg to be demoted. Meki's like Yuki, reckon he'll keep him. Yeah. Also, I just, we clearly know now that the problem isn't the driver. The problem is the car being really hard to drive and no one being able to drive it. Yuki, Liam, Perez. Am I missing someone? Gasly, Albon. All couldn't drive the car. So maybe they'll try. I think it's only fair to give Yuki another chance in the new regs when the car's different. What's up, Jay? Do you think Liam will get another shot at the Red Bull seat? Maybe in the future. Like if he keeps up his current form at VCarb, getting points, being solid. When Max leaves, or if Max leaves, I should say. If Max leaves, or if Yuki gets dropped or whatever the fuck, then they might promote Liam. Give him another chance in the new regs. I don't know. I think Liam, if you asked me if this happened 4 years ago, I'd say no. But because we're going into new regs, I think it's and he's also got a new new team principal. I think it kind of opens the doors for him to have another shot. VCarb are known for terrible strategies, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just have their drivers in traffic all the time. Yeah, honestly. Put Max on the VCarb for FP1 session, because doesn't every driver have to sit out for 2 sessions? Yeah, no, it's not sitting out. It's you have to have a rookie in the car for 2 sessions. But yeah, you could do that. Yeah. Well, no. So the problem is, apparently there was a rumor I saw over the summer break that Red Bull wants to put Max on a VCarb to see what his thoughts are on the car, but Red Bull are hesitant to do it because they don't want to upset the other teams. Like they're already so conscious of like other of the sister team thing. If Max then hopped in a VCarb and like tested the car and gave them their thoughts and stuff like that, the other teams wouldn't be happy, and they're worried that it would kind of push the teams to not work in the way that they do. It is, when you think about it, it is kind of crazy how Red Bull and VCarb operate. So close, basically staff members kind of like, jumping between teams. At least on the marketing side. A lot of chat between the teams and stuff like that. It's, basically all operate out of the same factory almost sometimes. Same hospitality center, and it's just like, yeah. But at the same time, like you can't transfer technical info, so it's still 2 completely different cars, 2 completely different engineering teams. It's just feels like one family. I don't know, what's the best way to describe it? It's like one family. It's like, imagine you had a family of 22. Imagine you had a family of 22 kids and you split them up into 2 teams of 11, and you traveled together to matches, you played in tournaments together, you had the same packed lunches, you went in the same minivan, you stayed at the same hotels. It's like that. You're still 2 separate teams. You're still competing against one another, but you are still like family at the end of the day. Good time from Russell. P3 right now. 310 soft on mediums. Being able to transfer high-level staff instantly is crazy. Yeah. Well, I don't think they transfer high-level staff other than the drivers. It's more just like when it comes to like hospitality and marketing, how like close they are. Reckon Max and podium in RB. I think it's between Max and Alonso for P3 and Russell for P3. Ferrari are completely out of it. Yeah, Hamilton's doing good right now. What's up with Leclerc? Yeah, going to the new regs can give Max more a shot for more world championships in the future, maybe even next year. I think it comes down to the engine mainly next year. Yeah, going to new where read that. Predictions on any different winners this year. I'd say McLaren sweeps the rest of the year outside of Vegas. When you say different winners, do you mean Max and Russell? Because they've already won this year? Or are you just talking about... Yeah, I can't see Hamilton getting a win this year. Leclerc maybe will nab a win at a track, like, say, like a Hungary. Like, he'll pop off and then the McLarens will crash or some shit. I don't know. I can see Max winning a race again this year, just either locking out pole at a race like Singapore or having a wet masterclass race. And yeah, I can see Russell winning Vegas and maybe a couple other races, but yeah, other than that, no, not really. I can't see Kimi Hamilton getting a win. And I can't see Leclerc getting a win off pace. It would have to be the McLaren's crashing.
Less than 3.
Oh! Shiada, thank you so much for the 29-month reset. Oh, wait, what happened now? Is this just Yuki getting a slipstream? He's going to complain. Bro, you chose to follow him. Why are you following? He did nothing. He's literally slipstreaming you down the straight. What are you crying about? And if you're mad that you slipstreamed him down the straight and then you got stuck on him before the next corner, well, tough. Anyways, Shiana, thank you so much for the 29-month resub. Really do appreciate you coming in with the tab. I hope you're doing well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Man was starting a lap. You was finishing one, right? I guess his logic is Yuki wanted to do lap. Oh my god, look how poo that car looks. Oh my god. Can we lock in, please? Oh, he's mad. He's mad. Oh, Max is mad. Whoa. Max is mad that Gazzy is slightly turned there. I think he wanted to do more than one lap. Yeah. They were silent. Whatever that. Alright, 20 minutes left to practice right now. Have we learned anything new? I mean, where's Aston? Come on, Aston. We need to see. I want to put you in my fantasy team. Show us something. Bum bum ba dum ba dum dum dum. Imagine Ferrari will have a championship winning car after Charles leaves. That would be very tough. I actually think Charles would just quit life at that point. No, I think that's the reason why Leclerc won't leave Ferrari is because his dream is to win Ferrari. Like, he'd rather have the chance of winning a championship for Ferrari than winning 1 to 2 championships at another team. In my opinion. Personally, I maybe this is a hot take, but I keep seeing people in the F1 world say shit like, Lewis deserves 8 championships or 9 championships, or like if Max had a good car the last 2 years, he would be a 5-time champ, or like Leclerc could have 3 championships by now if Ferrari were good, or like Russell would be a champion by now if he was in Mercedes earlier. And I keep hearing all this shit. And it's just like, with that logic, there's 3 people winning a championship every single year. That can't fucking work. Like, we can sit here and be like, oh, well, if Charles had a championship winning car, he'd have a championship by now. Yeah, but if Max had a championship winning car in that exact same season, 70% chance Max is beating Charles. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just say, oh, this driver would have a championship if they had a car. Well, if their fucking competitors had a championship winning car, they might beat them. Do you think Lando will start to get aggressive and crash into Oscar later in the season? Aggressive? I think they've got to teeter on this fine line. There's a lot of points up for grabs now. One retirement from any of these guys now, and that's huge swing of the championship that they'll need to claw back. I mean, think about this. Lando's won 3 out of the 4 last races, and he's still not ahead in the championship. He's only just clawed his way back. So, yeah. I don't think he's going to be aggressive, but just like 2021, the more the season gets close to the end, the more pressure, the more these guys are going to be, what's the word? Oh, fuck, what's the word? Not pressure. On the edge? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Someone knows what I mean. All right, Lando's on new softs now. Maybe a little bit of qualifying run here with 15 minutes to go. They're going to be pushing to the max is what I'm trying to say, I think. Turns out it's all the car. But it's not just all the car. It's the driver and the car. Why didn't Perez win the championship for years when he was with Max? Why didn't Bottas win the championship for years when he was with Lewis? Why isn't Lando leading the championship while he's against Piastri? It's not just the car. You have to be good in the fucking car as well. He's already 4 tenths up in Sector 1. What's the point, guys? What's the point? Do you know what's so fun about quali, though? This is the difference between the dominant Lewis and Max era versus what is the dominant era McLaren right now. One is we actually have a teammate battle, which is great. But two, McLaren drivers are so prone to making mistakes that you can go into qualifying and still expect another driver to get pole. Whereas in the Max and Lewis era, it's like 99% chance one of them is getting pole. And bro's just gone 1 second up on his teammate. Obviously, Piastri will respond, but is that a track record? What the fuck? What is the track record here? Zandvoort track record. $1088. Alright, we're already 1/10 off track record, so we're beating the track record this weekend, guys. 1088, yeah, we're beating the track record. Alright, Max on softs now. Please! What's the point? Yeah, this is basically Hungary all over again. Except... yeah. Alright, how's Piastri going to respond to Lando? Hey, man. I think Lando is the safer driver this weekend. We've forgotten Leclerc getting a bunch of poles during Max's years. Yeah, Leclerc's an elite driver. Leclerc will always is still like P2 for me in the like if you put everyone in equal cars right now who would win a championship, I'd still put Leclerc P2 above Piastri, above Lando, above Russell. Woo hoo hoo! A second off. Why is the McLaren so strong here, man? Last year as well. 2 tenths off. Yeah, Lando's favorite coming at quali. Lando is so locked in on this track for some reason. Oh, yo, Yuki? I need 3 tenths off, 4 tenths off. Max, we'll take that. I mean, once everyone else puts their laps in, he'll drop, but... again, this is Yuki in practice. I mean, 4 tenths off is still big. But it's better than 1 second. With how the car is performing, do you think Max regrets staying with Red Bull next year? No, not at all. He's at a team that is 100% the Max show that will build a car around him. If he left Red Bull, it doesn't matter what team he picks, it's a risk. It's just as much of a risk picking another team as there is staying at Red Bull. Because next year, what if Red Bull's the best team and he leaves? It makes sense to stay here at Red Bull for at least one more year and then see the options and see who's better to go to the year after. And Max is the driver. He has generally, Max could be like, guys, I'm leaving Red Bull. I reckon all 9 teams are giving him a contract. Well, McLaren wouldn't because they've already got two good drivers and their drivers locked out. But even Ferrari, I genuinely think even Ferrari would offer him a contract. If Lewis is poo next year and Max was free, I think Ferrari would also offer him a contract. Would Max go to Ferrari? Probably not. But Rodney, they were the volley. But that's what happens when you're the best driver in the world. Like, everyone would want you. Overhead. Excuse me. Do people usually tell you look like Gazzy? I get Gazzy and Liam. I get on TikTok live when people are just scrolling quick. I get Liam Lawson. But in real life, I get Gazzy. And Christian Mansell. Thoughts on the McLaren team getting biased to Lando and making it obvious advantage to Lando? That's a load of shit. It's just coincidence. It's just unlucky for Piastri. There's no bias at McLaren at the moment. If you genuinely think there's bias or like whatever at McLaren. Oh! What are you doing? Is that Antonelli? That's Russell. What's Russell doing? Look at your mirrors, bro. I think Alonso was trying to pit and Russell was trying to pit, but Russell was going so slow and didn't look in his mirror. Oh no, he's coming back out. Wait, I'm confused what's happening right now. Wait, maybe he was trying to just slipstream and got tangled up. Wait, what? No, he was. No, I think he was trying to finish his lap, but Russell was on the racing line, so Alonso was going to go around him, but then Russell came into the pits. Yeah, that's terrible from Russell. He needs a pen for that. Not looking in his mirrors. Driver comes down the straight. That's why you need to look in your mirrors, man. That could have been so bad. Bro's just like, okay, I turn now. Okay, everybody, I turn now. What was I saying about McLaren? Oh, if you genuinely think there's a bias at McLaren, you need to blame the engineering team / strategist team on that side of the garage. If Lando does a shit strategy, if Piastri does a shit strategy and loses to Lando, that's not McLaren favoring Lando. That's Piastri's side of the garage being bums. I don't know how people can't understand that, like, yeah, they're one team, but they're all separate engineer. It's basically an inner team battle at the moment. It's separate sides of the garage. They're not like, radio in. Yeah, please give Lando the better strategy. No, it's Piastri's team trying to do something different to Lando and then messing it up. That's at least what happened in Hungary. Fuck off, McLaren. I hope they get a mechanical failure. Oh, that's not nice. 9 to head on a short track. Wow, yeah. Max would definitely go to Ferrari if they were slightly competitive. I mean, okay, would you say Ferrari in 2025 is slightly competitive? What's your definition of slightly competitive? Because why go to Ferrari, who are slightly competitive and haven't won a championship in 20 years, when you could go to Merck or stay at Red Bull, who can be slightly competitive as well. I don't know. I don't know about you, but if I had the option of if I knew Ferrari, Red Bull, and Mercedes were going to be slightly competitive in the sense of they're going to win races, they're going to fight for pole positions, and they could maybe win a championship in the next 3 years, I am picking Mercedes. I'm picking Mercedes, then I'm picking Red Bull, then I'm picking Ferrari. Because Ferrari have shown every single time they are slightly competitive, they just end up being the second team and throwing away race wins, throwing away shit strategies, shit development. Yeah, why is Kimi so far down, bro? Yeah, wait, Sainz P4, that's really good. Hey, man. That's a massive penalty, 100%. Yeah, that was really bad. He was not on the racing line. What do you mean? He was driving down the fucking straight. At 1 mile per hour. I don't think that. I've just heard people talk about that. Yeah, fair. Good luck, everybody. I turn now. I even saw people say McLaren yesterday tried to get Piastri a pen by screwing. Okay, people are fucking stupid if they're saying that. McLaren might lap the field tomorrow. Yeah, honestly, they are looking quick. Well, to be fair, it's going to be hard to lap the field at a track like this, though. My friend places bets on FP3, and I think that's crazy. Thoughts? No, I think it's... I mean, maybe you could argue it's a bit more random to bet on FP3 on practices because people aren't trying as much. But then also at the same time, that's where you could throw like a Hail Mary bet. Or, you know, in this case, it's like, well, I know McLaren are probably going to finish top 2. These are on multi-viewer, Blaze. Will this be a boring race, you think? Unless it rains on Sunday, probably, yeah, unfortunately. America have been great with strategy recently. Yeah, true. What are the 2 different symbols for soft tire? So if it's got a line through it, it means that they're on a used tire, so one that they've used before. If it hasn't got a line through it, it's a freshie. Is it going to rain for qualifying anymore? Don't tell me it's not going to rain for quality anymore. Zandvoort weather. Al Reem, they've developed. Oh, looks like it's going to be clear now. Bruh. Is Lewis done another 360? Whoa! Lance Stroll impression. It'd be such a good race if it pisses down. Yeah, look at 2023, how good that was. Excuse me. That's Alonso's fault. How are you blaming George just pitting Alonso tried to do a cheeky turn? No! Russell was on the line, was cruising down the straight. So then Alonso was going to go around him, and then Russell just turned to pit into him. If Alonso didn't try to go around Russell, he would have had to have either lifted or he would have crashed into the back of him. I just got home from work. What I missed? Not much, to be honest. McLaren dominance and Russell and Alonso almost having a crash. Bro, the top 10 is closer to each other than they are to McLaren. Yeah. Max is so tough. Even his helmet screen is tough. Man, this is a terrible time to be a Max fan. It's a terrible time to be anyone but a McLaren fan, really, isn't it? You need to check Fabio Watchalong because he said he will wear his new Lewis Ferrari race suit. Bro's wearing the full suit. I have a full Red Bull suit, but it's so... I don't know what suit he got, but I got one of those suits from like... It's basically like a car. It's like a full karting suit, but it's F1 branded. So it's so hot because obviously it's like properly meant to be for karting. I wish I got one that was like just a suit without all the fucking inner lining and shit. But then it wouldn't look as much like a suit, so. If that was Ocon, the masses would ask for the death penalty. The drivers have mirrors and don't check them. Aston don't look as good today. No, they don't. That's a good point. Actually, to be fair, Alonso hasn't set a lap in a little while. All right, we've got 2 minutes left. What are we going to see here at the end of the session? Returning from a 4-week break to see another McLaren snooze first. If Max wins again this season, probably unlikely because he doesn't drive a McLaren, then wear it for the next watch along. Wear it for the next watch along. I do not want to sit in that for more than 2 seconds, if I'm being honest. Blaze Malcolm, they were the follow. Aston have just done long runs today, are they? Yep. Dun, 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 dun. Twitch is being weird today. What the fuck? What the fuck is happening with Twitch today? Is Twitch fucking around today? Why is everyone's viewership so low? Like, not across the whole platform. Like, what the fuck is happening to these guys, bro? It's been cracking down on bots. Yeah, but like, I don't bot my stream. But to be fair, my viewership's like, I guess, kind of standard right now, especially considering Hayden and Tom are both live. But it's a bit lower than normal. And then like, Hayden and Tom's viewership is lower than normal. And then a few other streamers who are live right now are lower than normal. Counter-Strike tournament's way lower than fucking normal. What the fuck? It's just weird. Maybe there's something on the side that's fucking up right now. Who watches streamers sleep? Yeah, I think sleep streams are fine when you're doing a marathon. The way Kai Cenat did his sleep streams for Marathon, um, uh, was really good. But yeah, when I see like people just do sleep streams for the sake of staying live, I'm just like, bro, what's the point? But then you kind of got to if you're doing marathon. You should do a sleep stream. I've done one before. I slept for like an hour on stream, lol. Basically, I think I did a 28-hour stream. No, I slept for 2 hours. I think I did a 28-hour stream. But like, basically, any time that I slept was added to the time. So basically, it was a 24-hour stream. But then if I slept, I had to add that to the time. So it ended up being 28 hours. Bum, 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 bum. All right, the session's done, guys. Real quick, let me finish reading the message I missed in chat. What was that traffic? Yeah, I missed that last incident. What happened between Kimmy and stuff? But yeah, Twitch has been cracking on the view bots, but I just don't know why it's weird today. Because as soon as I went live, normally, I can put it this way. Normally when I go live for an F1 session, 100 viewers straight away for a session. Doesn't matter if it's practice, quality, F1 Academy, doesn't matter. But today's stream took a while to like ramp up. And then I was just like looking, I just happened to open up Twitch on my second monitor. I was like, what the fuck? Everyone's viewership seems really low today. So I was like, maybe there's something wrong with the site. I just thought maybe it's just because there's a few other streamers live at the same time, but looks like we're all in the same boat. It's weird. But if you're talking about Twitch glitching, I don't know. I mean, it is 6:30 a.m. for you. Wait, 6:30 a.m. Whereabouts are you? Wait, where the fuck is it 6:30 a.m.? Are you in the Middle East? America? Wait. Really? It's 6:30 at this time in New York? Wait, Florida? Wait, is Florida Central or East Coast time? 6:30 is not too bad. Wait, what the fuck? So when F1 goes, it has an F1 race at 2 p.m. You only have to wake up at like 8:30, 3:30. It's not too bad. Yeah, sorry, my brain fucked up with those time zones there. This seems like an Austria weekend for Lando. He's dialed in, yeah, 100%. Don't forget the hot tub stream. Hell nah. Looks like Stroll tucked behind, not fucked. Looks like Stroll tucked behind Yuki to let Kimi through. Then Yuki dipped to get close to the pit wall. And since Stroll tucked behind Yuki, they both blocked the trail. Right. No, sorry. I know I fucked up with the Middle East question. Ignore me. All right, guys, that wraps up practice 3. Let's go through the order real quick, though. Colapinto in last. Surprise. But no, Gasly is in second last. So Alpine looked like the worst team probably this weekend. Then we've got... Is that Ocon? I can't see. I think that's Ocon. Then we've got Antonelli quite far down. Hulkenberg. Then we've got Behrman. Hamilton quite far down. Then Bortoletto. Then Tsunoda. Then Lawson. Then Alonso. Hadjar. Stroll. Albon. Leclerc. Verstappen, Sainz, really good lap, and then we got Russell, Piastri, and Norris. Key takeaways: I still think Aston Martin are a team best of the rest right now. McLaren are obviously the best. I think Lando is the better of the two right now, and I think I'm going to have a hard time doing my fantasy team. Anyways, guys, that wraps up FP3. Thank you all for watching me. Thank you all for joining me for practice so far this weekend. Now, YouTube and TikTok. We are going to be staying live on Twitch all the way through to qualifying. We have got F1 Fantasy to do, F1 Predict to do. We've got some videos to watch, so come join us on YouTube. Some of you guys over on TikTok, come join us. But if you haven't joined the stream so far, be sure to follow down below. Again, we do this every Grand Prix weekend for every single session. So join us later on today for qualifying, as well as F1 Academy race number 1. Anyways, YouTube, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.